purposes only. Yeah, so this is a real travel company. There are some friends of mine that have been doing these tours all over India, exclusively on Royal Enfield. And I joined a few of these tours and I just kept filming. I have a background in media and post-production. And over the years I kept filming and made a movie from the material that I had. So it was like movie making in reverse. So it wasn't like I had the idea to make this film and then I went and made it. It was the other way around. It was, what was the material that I had to work with? What did I have on my hard drive? And what kind of a nice movie could I make out of it? And it really wasn't even considered for distribution or even releasing it publicly. It was more like a labor of love that I wanted to show my appreciation to the tour organizers. But somehow it found an audience and it's been shown at a lot of film festivals so far. It's been, it's almost a year old now. Almost exactly a year ago that I made it in my little beach hut in Goa on a laptop. Pretty much all self-funded, all self-directed, produced, edited, sound designed. The only outside help I got with it really was some professional grading that I got done by some friends in Pune. And the music itself. Thank you for showing it. And for showing it first on this day, because it always wakes people up with the trance track. The pumping music. So. Yeah. Thank you for the question.
Any question? I think first, my question is that why this length is too short?
Why it's so short? I would have loved to make it longer as well. But like I said, it wasn't really intended for even being a movie. It was more like, you may have noticed I have a background in advertising, so it's genre bending. Yeah? It doesn't really know what genre it wants to fit in. Yeah? I've even been able to submit it at film festivals for various categories, for travel film, for documentary film, for commercial film, because at the very end you actually notice it's a commercial. It has a URL up of the touring company, but it starts off leading you into thinking it's a documentary. So I was also just experimenting while I was making this movie and seeing what comes out of it, and I spun that together with this legend of the palm leaf libraries, which I don't know if you're aware of, but it's a real thing in India. So at the same time, it became a travel documentary, and it just seemed to be finished at the time it was finished. So also sorry if I could just add, I mean, it was really edited to the music as well, to the beat. So the trance track that I used, they tend to be around 7 to 8 minutes long. And then there was an interlude in there when the whole touring company shifted to Mexico during COVID, because it's mainly foreigners that come on these tours, and they were not able to come into India, no, because the borders were shut. So we all shifted to Mexico. So for that interlude, I extended the music to, at the end you have a 9-minute music track. So that kind of dictated the length of the film.
Okay. Yeah, we feel that the type of the subject you selected for these short films, we think that it can be explored. So and then when we saw your film, we want to see more.
Thank you so much. Yeah. Even I'm working on my next projects now. So I hope to be able to surprise you next year with another submission.
Certification from the film.